Okay, so we have our escape HTML function. Let's go ahead and use it in practice. So what we're going to do is when we're in our write form function, when we print out values that came from the user, we want to make sure they're escaped. So we're going to call it on everything that came from the user. So we've called our escape HTML function on each of these variables that came from the user. And so now when we render the form back to the user, we'll have these new escaped versions of their input. Okay, so here we are in our browser. Let's go ahead and enter some broken text. We'll enter the same broken text we entered before, starting with a quote. And we'll enter just normal stuff for here. And now when we submit our form, we get an error message, and our HTML isn't totally broken. Remember, the escaped versions of strings render as the unescaped versions in the form. So in reality, our HTML said ampersand quote, ampersand less than, ampersand greater than, ampersand less than, BR, you get the picture. But when the browser renders it, it looks totally normal. Now we've got our error handling pretty solid. You can type in all sorts of garbage into these fields, and we get an error message. And when then you type in the correct answer, it says it worked. So let's type in the correct answer. And now that we've got the error case handled pretty good, let's handle the success case a little bit better. So we type in a valid date, and we click submit, and we get our success message. But this page has has a major limitation. The first is that we can't link to it. If we try to link to this page, if we share someone, if I want to say, hey, to my friend, look at how good I am at entering dates, and here's a URL to prove it, I can't share this URL because if I share it, he just gets an empty form, and he doesn't get to see how good a job I did. So let's submit this again. The other problem this page has is if I want to reload it, my browser says this, hey, do you want to resubmit this form? That's because we're reloading a page that was drawn with a post. And if you reload a page that's drawn with a post, the browser says, hey, should I do that post again? That's what this dialog box is. And just about all of your browsers will have some message that basically says that same thing. Do you want to resubmit this form? And if you click continue, it runs our application again, and it draws this message again. That's not quite the behavior we want. This is annoying for a couple reasons.